What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I just left the trophy case, picked up you guys' orders. So if you ordered a shirt, I greatly appreciate it. I'm about to, well, I should be releasing the new design in this video. Having them create me the artwork now. So if I don't tag it in this video, look for a post either on my Instagram and my Facebook, or the Blackphillbuilt performance page on Facebook. If you don't follow that, you can go ahead and follow that. I post most of what I'm starting to post more on there of the projects that I have going on in the shop, just to give, get more business and get more customers in, and just keep people updated, because I don't make a lot of videos. I'm trying to do more videos now that I do have Jason working with me, so we should be making more content here soon. But if you guys can tell by the title of the video, it is finally here. So I'm heading back to the shop right now, and once I get there, I'm going to open the boxes up and explain why I made the switch. All right, so over here at Brandon's house, got old girl right here sitting, looking real good. Haven't seen this thing in a daylight since I've done the turbo kit, and it looks super good. God. So I'm probably gonna buy myself a Maven mount. Yeah, no, I'm gonna buy a Maven mount and just mount the turbo to it, so that I can just make sure that it's sturdy, because if I do plan on putting a damn 106 on here, then I know it's probably gonna fall off this thing, and the headers are gonna do some crazy shit. So, but like I was saying before, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know a couple months ago I sold my fuel tech. Before I got the Blueberry running, I was gonna keep it and try to run it on the car, but it would just not cooperate with me on trying to get the coils to fire over. So in frustration, I sold it. I sold it with enough money to be able to buy another system. So with the other system that I got, I'm sure you guys already know, I bought a Holley. So I bought a Terminator because of what I plan on doing with the car. I feel like a Terminator would get me as far as I need to go. I could have bought an HP, but if I decide to upgrade later, I can also sell the Terminator ECU and get a HP or Dominator and still continue to use the same wire harness that I'm using now. So I'm just gonna go ahead, unbox it, explain everything. All right, so we got our wire harness here, but this is not the one that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be swapping this one out for a 58 tooth wire harness, because my motor is a Gen 4 motor. You'll know Gen 4 motors use different reluctor wheel than Gen 3 motors. So the wire harness out of the original wire harness out of the Colorado, I end up scoring from John, and I have it right here, pretty much a brand new harness, just like that one, just unraveled. And I'm going to be using that on the Terminator instead of the 24X harness. So, but anyway, if you haven't unpacked a Terminator by now, or haven't seen the video of anybody unpacking a Terminator, this is what you get. You get a wire harness, you get a power harness, and you get a injector harness. Now this injector harness, I'm not going to be using these pigtails because obviously we're going to be on Bosch 210s. So I'm going to be swapping those out. You get a little 3.5-inch screen with that works off CAN bus, and you get an O2 sensor, or a Bosch O2 sensor, and you get a adapter harness to go to the wire harness, and you get an inputs outputs harness, and your Terminator. Little simple box, super light. Probably gonna make a little switch panel where I'm gonna mount all the wire harness and the Terminator and everything that I'm gonna be running. Not sure what all sensors I'm gonna be running, but I know I'm limited right now to about 4 inputs and 4 outputs, which I'm fine with, because the Fueltech 500, I was running out of inputs and outputs anyway. So, and the way that Fueltech works is it's not solely terminated by the harness. So the computer, because you could use the computer on so many different platforms, it has injector inputs, ignition inputs, and then you have like another 8 spare inputs, but those injectors take up 8 inputs for the injector side. The coil side only takes up 4 because you use batch fire or wasted spark on a fuel tech. Then you're left with 10 outputs. So with those 10 outputs, you are running your boost controller, and a host of other things that I can't remember that I was running right now, but it was getting tiring trying to swap things around to get the inputs and outputs to work. And if I wanted to use drive-by-wire throttle body, it would have took up like 4 more outputs and 4 more inputs. And with the inputs, you also have to run a sensor like a dome pressure sensor for an input, and for the boost controller, and then you needed another input for a boost controller. But it was just entirely way too much. The Holley was a lot simpler. It's designed to be simple for an LS or a Coyote or an LT motor, which they're starting to get towards now. But the support behind Holley is unmatched compared to Fuel Tech, especially when you go to the track, which matters to me the most. I have a lot of friends that are on Holley that I can call on at any time, and they'll answer the phone, and I can get answer for them about Holley. Whereas with Fuel Tech, I only know about 3 or 4 people that I can maybe call, and they'll answer the phone when I need them to about the Fuel Tech. So for me, it's more of a personal support issue, not so much as like, well, Fuel Tech, you can get on the internet, ask a Fuel Tech question, and somebody will get more than likely get back to you within like 30 minutes to an hour. But I would rather get the instant support when I'm at the track. So if you don't know, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, I can't remember, I'm all over the place right now. But if you switch to, if you're using the new Terminator, like the Terminator X, you can't run methanol on the Terminator because Terminator doesn't have the capability to read an NTK wideband, so it doesn't have the capability to read down into like lambda numbers, I believe. So if you're gonna run methanol, that's why Wes has not got his car done yet, because was gonna run the 85, then he was like, no, I'm just gonna run methanol. And he had a Terminator, so he had to sell his Terminator so he could buy an HP. But it slowed down his process more because he got some misinformation saying that he couldn't run that 24X harness that he had on his motor with a HP, but in fact you can. So the only way you can run methanol on these cars is with the HP or a Dominator. And obviously you gain more inputs and outputs. But the Terminator should work fine for what I need to go now. I know plenty of people going like low 5s on a Terminator, which is plenty enough for me to go in this car. Everything after this right now would just solely be chassis setup. If I can squeeze a shock sensor in here, then I will, but this car will be mostly no prep, so I don't really think I would need a shock sensor for no prep. But other than that, that's probably all I got as far as an update for the car right now. Not this weekend that I'll upload this video, but the following weekend I may be coming back over here to figure out the cold side, and I should be coming back over here tomorrow to Brandon's house to weld up his firewall. He made some plugs for it. I don't know if you left them on. Oh shit. Yeah, he made some plugs for his firewall, and he made another one that was over here, and he made that one down there. I don't know if you guys can see that one, but yeah, he made that one down there. And I'm gonna come over here and weld them up. We're just trying to patch his firewall up. I mean, probably doing the same thing to mine, just to get a little bit more safety in the firewall. The factory wire harness used to run through here, but I'm more than likely going to run all my wiring and stuff through this big hole and just make a bulkhead. Not a bulkhead, but I'm not, actually I really don't know. I'm probably gonna go through the center here, probably just right below where the charge pipe will come through for the turbo kit. But as always, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next upload.